Hey, what's up,
You botched
everybody?
it.
My name is Mike. Welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd. Today we're talking about horror movies and the new Child's Play. We just watched the old Child's Play. Next week, the new one's coming out. Rabbit has never seen the old Child's Play, and we just watched it.
It was my first time. Yeah.
Let's get...
Oh, sorry. Yeah. It was my first time. Yes.
So what'd you think about it?
It was cool. It was actually like entertaining.
Yeah. And it was like iconic, for a reason.
It holds up over time. Like a lot of old, horror movies of that era don't hold up as well, I think. But this one definitely, especially like the deaths, which is like, let's be honest, that's what you want to see. Is like,
right.
like the deaths were pretty brutal.
And like the animatronic little puppet they used.
Well, it wasn't even like, there was some animatronics, but also there was some like, they used a live,
like
something.
A little,
I don't know.
A little person.
What's the correct term? A little person?
Maybe a child.
Or
even?
a child.
It could have been a child.
Something like
with a Chucky face on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It made it look really
Those
disturbing.
are the parts that really stood out. When they were in the I don't know what it was, like the
psych ward or whatever.
Psych ward. That's a good. Yeah. And he crawls up on the bed.
Yeah.
I was like,
is that?
They're showing like Chucky, like full size Chucky, like from head to toe. It's not a puppet.
Yeah.
He's walking and crawls up on the bed. I was like, and then he falls down that chimney in their house and kicks the screen off the thing. I was like, that was legit, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, Child's Play's always been one of my favorite movies. I remember being like a little kid being like, oh, I'm so scared because I had a My Buddy doll. Do you remember My Buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy. My buddy.
So I had a My Buddy doll and I was like, oh yeah, My Buddy's cool. And then I saw Child's Play and I was like, fuck this. And then one time my brother and his friend was like messing with me. They were like, oh, Chucky's gonna get you. And he threw it at me and it hit the corner of the bed and its head popped off. And I was like, dude.
Yeah, that would freak me out too.
Yeah.
I do not like dolls.
Yeah, dolls are super creepy.
Yeah. I told you,
Right.
my grandma had ceramic dolls that she would put on the bed.
Yeah.
In her spare bedroom, and I would go in there, and they would just creep me out. Like,
have you ever seen the movie Dolly
like their
Dearest?
eyes watching you.
You ever seen Dolly Dearest, which was like an old 80s movie? It's about like, more of like a doll like that, a doll for like girls like that are supposed to be classy, and it and they open up this cave or something in like New Mexico, and it's like a demon spirit like takes over the doll. It's pretty creepy. I've always been a fan of like, the doll stories, like Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy. That was my favorite. So
that was a good one.
Lots of cool dolls. This Annabelle shit doesn't know anything about Chucky. You know what I mean?
But that lore has been around longer than Chucky has.
Right. That's true. I mean,
but
that's yeah. Well, there's also like the doll Robert or whatever. Have you heard about that doll? That's
Robert,
in Florida, and they keep it like in a case. And
he looks like a Howdy Doody doll or something.
Yeah, but its face looks all wore out or something. Like it's creepy. I've always thought dolls are super creepy. So. Yeah, so what do you think of so the old one is about voodoo, a killer.
I'm into voodoo horror stuff.
Right. So do you think it's going to compare to the new one? The new one is like more technology based, and like what do you think? Do you think it's going to, for one, do you think it's going to meet and exceed, like the expectations of what I want in a Chucky movie, or do you think this is what I think about horror movie remakes in general, and then we'll get into like this new one. The horror movie remakes in general, I think if the original people that did the original like are on board and like maybe are like executive producer or something like that, then they're usually pretty legit. Right.
Like the Evil Dead remake, Sam Raimi was an executive producer on that, and it was really good. And the new Suspiria remake, Dario Argento had his hand in that as well, and it was also very good. But this one, I think you said, like, is separate from...
Yeah, it is. So the new Child's Play we're getting is a complete remake. The original storyline, starting with the 1988 Child's Play, is still going. We just got, like, what's it called? Cult of Chucky was the newest installment. And then we're getting a series continuing the story. And Don Mancini, the guy who wrote the original Child's Play, wrote all of them and is writing the show. So the new remake is going to be just completely different, on its own world, you know, different. None of the same people involved, just the movie company, pretty much. So
okay,
you know,
so he's not involved with the newest one. Right. But the main thing about Chucky, which I think that most people want to see, are the deaths. Like, you want to see Chucky kill people,
right?
And if the deaths are as brutal as they are, like in the original or any of the ones,
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I don't...
It could hold up.
Like, I don't want a remake, but we're getting it anyways. I'll go see it because it's a strong enough name. And, like, but sometimes it just doesn't work because, like, Chucky is such a... he's like a funny but yet brutal murderer. You know what I mean? It's like when they tried to remake Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like, I'll go see it, but the character's already so unique that it's like, how are you going to do that?
Well, they kind of tried to make it too serious. And Freddy is that exact same thing.
Freddy's
he's like,
welcome to primetime,
he's
bitch.
like a comical, like, he's sadistic and he will kill you. But he's also, like, funny. And the remake was like, they tried to be way too serious about it.
Yeah. And they definitely used too much CGI whenever they could have just... You know.
And it sucks because the actor, Jackie Earle...
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor.
I don't remember his last name, but he's an amazing actor. Like, he's Rorschach. He's in the Preacher series.
Oh, right.
He's done a lot of shit, and he's a badass actor, and I just feel bad sometimes when really good actors get put in these movies that don't do well.
Right, right.
Through no fault of their own. It's just, you know.
I don't know, like I said, it's hard to recreate that kind of magic. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're just like, oh yeah, we got this guy who wrote this story about this voodoo doll. And, you know, like... And it's just, it works.
I just now you saying that, I didn't really put that two and two together. Like, Chucky is a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. And
which was another badass
scary.
When he was like, his creator, basically.
When he breaks
he's like
the bones.
snapping his leg and snapping his arm. Like,
oh my God.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. If you haven't watched that original Child's Play,
Child's Play 2.
Give it a watch.
Child's Play 2 is awesome too. I'm a big fan of Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
And 3 for that matter.
I'm probably going to go on a binge. Like, I'm going to watch all of them now.
Nice.
Because that first one, I think the only one I've actually seen all the way through is Bride of Chucky.
That's whenever it got, like, kind of funny. Like, it's when 90s movies started being like, oh, it's cynical. You know what I mean? Like, instead of brutal and dark. It was like, well, we can make Chucky... Or we can make Chucky smoke weed, you know, or something. There's like scenes like that, you know.
But it seems like it still kind of had that like comical aspect, but also the brutal horror. Because I remember the part where they're driving, and I think it's like a nail gun or something happens, and that dude gets all the nails in his face.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that scene?
I remember that.
That was a brutal death.
That was a brutal death.
But yeah, they still held up the like comical aspect of it,
right?
Which is fun. Like,
I'm into it. I was into every one of them except for Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky got a little. Seed of Chucky got a little ridiculous, but then the next one they did after that, they brought it straight back to horror. So
okay, all right.
Yeah. So next week, the new Child's Play comes out, and we're definitely going to check that out. And we're probably going to do more horror movie stuff, right?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some good stuff to talk about.
Isn't there the movie that was The Hereditary?
Midsommar. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ari Aster. His new movie's coming out. It's going to be amazing.
Definitely,
I think.
Definitely go to that one. But, all right. I mean, join us next week when we talk about the new Child's Play movie, and comment some shit you might want us to talk about, or tell us how we did. See you later, nerds.